Now this illustration continues to deal with protection of conductors when you're tapping the control circuit from the line side of the contactors you see here. But now notice here, this overcurrent device is 45 amps or less in rating. So again, we're going to refer to our table 430.72b, and the note 2 says 300% of table 310.16 and the 2020 edition. 2017 edition, it'd be table 310.15b as in boy 16, and we would use the 60-degree column in the table 310.16. So we would have a number 14 conductor listed at 20 amps. But notice it has to be placed on a 15 amp overcurrent device in accordance with 240.4D as in dog in the NEC, because the overcurrent device does not allow a motor to start and run or one of those loads that are listed in our table 240.4G is in gray. Now, we would then take step 2 in this illustration, and from table 430.72b in the note, we would pick up 300% from that note 2, and 300% of 15 is 45. So if that 45 amp overcurrent device would allow that motor to start and run, that'd be okay. But if not, we could take and use 45 amp fuses, which would hold 5 times their rating as a rule of thumb, instead of 3 times the rating of a 45 amp circuit breaker. Then more than likely see that allow the motor to start and run. So that's why sometimes you'll see a fusible disconnect where you tap from the line side of a magnetic starter to provide your control circuit where you're going remote. Now remember, in the previous illustration, in 18-52, we did not go remote. We were on the cover of the magnetic starter, or we were on the cover, say, of MCC. But here we're running actually remote away, so that's why we're using the 300% instead of the 400%. So that's what this illustration 18-53 is illustrating to the designer of a control circuit that is tapped from the line side of a magnetic starter.